up, guys? Back again with another video. So the banks that I use for my business, I have Bank of America because that's the very first bank that I ever had since I was 19 years old. I opened up my own first personal bank account with Bank of America. When I started a business, it was only natural for me to go to Bank of America because they do have business products, business credit cards. I have a personal credit card with Bank of America. So I opened up a business Bank of America checking account, and that's what I've been using when I first started business. I only had one account at first, just one business bank account. And then, you know, as my business got a little bit older, I opened up another one. I opened up Chase Bank. Now, also too, I looked into having banks that I wanted to use. What I wanted to look at first is like how well their app is, because we're in the day of technology, and if you have multiple banks, you want to see how easy it is to transfer money from one bank to the next. So I opened up a Chase business checking account, and I have that for like maintenance and stuff like that. But honestly, I never really even used the account, the money in that account for anything. I have a certain amount going into that account every single week, and I don't use the money because if I do need maintenance or I need to get a PM or oil change or whatever on my truck, tires or whatever, you guys know I like to use credit cards. I don't ever use debit cards. I use credit cards for everything. And just to touch on that a little bit is you shouldn't use debit cards either, because you know you don't get any benefits for using debit cards. We use checking accounts and all this stuff for our business, things that you have to pay, like your credit card payments, or if you have a truck payment and stuff like that, you want to use your business account, or you may even use a debit card if it's easy to pay for that type of stuff, because typically they don't let you use credit to pay for those type of things. But insurance and stuff like that, fuel or whatever, food, whatever the case may be, all that type of stuff, clothes, whatever, I use credit cards. So Chase, I have a Chase bank account, business bank account. I can use that account for anything that I want to use it for. Also too, I'm a big fan of having an account and a credit card with the same bank, right? So if I have a business bank account with them, I want a credit card too. So I acquired a lot of credit cards within the last 24 months or the last 2 years. So Chase have a 524 rule. So if you open up 5 credit cards, personal credit cards at that, Chase is going to automatically deny you. So at the moment, I currently don't have a credit card with Chase, and that's the reason why. But after I'm eligible again within the next 2 years or whatever, or the next year goes by, I would definitely be getting a Chase credit card because I have a business account with them. Now, it is important to establish accounts with multiple banks because you want to have a banking relationship with multiple different banks, which leads me to the third bank that I have, which is I have Navy Federal. Now, I don't have a business bank account with Navy Federal, but I have a personal account with Navy Federal. Navy Federal does offer business accounts, business products, and I am contemplating on getting an account with them, but I have 3 other business bank accounts already. So that's the only reason that I don't have Navy Federal, and I have a good, strong personal relationship as far as credit cards and accounts with Navy Federal. So I don't think that it was necessary for me to open up just another bank just because they offer business credit cards and stuff like that. And you have to have a business bank account in order to get the business Navy Federal credit card. So that's the only reason that I didn't go for the credit card, because otherwise, if I didn't need to open up a whole nother bank account, then I would just have got the credit card and call it a day. But if you guys don't have an account with Navy Federal, you should piggyback off somebody, meaning that you know somebody, friend, family member, somebody that's in the military who you can get a Navy Federal account with. Is highly recommended because they offer good business products. Now, with all of this, I'm laying the foundation, because whatever happens, I'll have the means or the options to go handle any type of circumstances or anything that comes up. I'll have the means to go to the bank, get some money. I like using the bank's money for everything. So if something goes wrong with the truck, you have credit cards, you can pay to get it fixed, even though I got the money in the bank to fix it, because you want to make sure you have the money in the bank to handle obstacles that come about. But I'm going to also use the credit cards to pay for that, and I'll use the money from the revenue that comes in to pay that credit card back off. My personal business account, my personal accounts, you want to pay those to 0. But when it comes to the business credit card, you can let them evolve, 1 month or 2 months. Don't let it get out of control. So you got to be very, very cautious with this. Don't let it get out of control, and you will be able to keep your business afloat, keep your cash in the bank, and that way you don't have to use your cash, get rid of your capital to pay for certain things. That's why I financed my truck. You could have went and bought it cash, but you can finance it put that truck out there on the road, let that truck run. That way it can bring in some revenue to help pay for itself. Now, the last bank that I would say you would have, or type of bank that you should have, so you should have a big bank, Bank of America, Chase. You should have a credit union, and you should have a small bank. So with the small bank, is like whatever town you're in. I have Colony Bank. They're a bank based out of pretty much Georgia. They have a lot of different branches spread out all around Georgia, but they're kind of small. Now, you can get a local bank. These are the type of banks that are going to be lenient. Make sure they have business products. They're not going to base their credit decisions for credit cards or lending you any money for equipment like trailers or even financing trucks and stuff like that. If you have a business relationship with them, meaning that you have money in the bank, they saw your banking history and stuff like that, they're gonna base a lot of their lending decisions based off of that. So you want to have a big bank, which in my case I have two, Bank of America and Chase. You want to have a credit union because they got good lending services and products. And you want to have a small bank. So you want to build bank accounts with these banks and have relationships with these banks just in case you might need a personal loan or you need a business loan to do whatever it is you want to do, whether that's, expanding your business with additional trucks, trailers, and equipment, or whatever the case may be. You want to have multiple different bank accounts that you have relationships with. And that's the main reason why I have multiple different banks. So you can say that you want to have 3 banks, 3 different bank accounts, or whatever the case, but I want to have different banks for those relationships. And of course, I have a lot of credit cards, so that means I have banking relationships also with banks that I don't necessarily have a bank account with. Like I have Capital One, USAA, American Express. I also have all these different banking relationships with these banks as well, and all of these banks offer some type of business product and also some type of business loan funding or whatever the case may be. So I have multiple different avenues that I can go to if I need to get funding real quick for my business, for whatever it may be. I kind of like got options that I can go to take care of whatever I need to take care of when it leads to the business. And that allows me to work worry-free because I know that I have options that I can do to cover anything that I need, and I can keep the cash flow building in multiple different accounts. And you see me talk about how, I'm going to become a millionaire regardless, just by stacking cash flow, investing in it, and using the bank's money to leverage whatever it is that I need for my business to grow and move forward. So those are the bank accounts that I use. How many bank accounts should you have for your business? I believe at least 3. You need to have a business bank account that you have cash flow going in, so your deposits and your debits, and then you have a bank that you have your maintenance account set up with, that you save your money and let your cash flow build in, and also have a small bank that you have just to have that relationship so you can get business services and credit cards and stuff like that to help your business. If you need tires or whatever you need for your equipment, you have these different relationships and these different options that you can go to get funding for all your business needs. So hope the video was helpful. Like, share, subscribe, and until next time, see you guys in the next video.